Alright, let's dive into something that's got the tech world buzzing: Google AI Studio's new full-stack vibe coding experience. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this: if you've ever felt like coding was a barrier between your ideas and reality, this might just change the game for you. Here's the deal: Google's not just updating a tool, they're redefining how we think about building apps. Personally, I think this is a massive leap, not just for developers, but for anyone who's ever had an idea for an app but got stuck in the how. What makes this really interesting is how they're blending AI with traditional coding workflows. It's not about replacing developers, it's about giving them a superpower. So, what's the big deal? Well, the Antigravity coding agent is at the heart of this. It's like having a co-pilot that understands your intent and turns it into functional code. But here's where it gets wild: it's not just about writing code. It's about building real, production-ready apps, multiplayer games, collaborative tools, even apps that connect to real-world services like Google Maps. One thing that immediately stands out is the Firebase integration. What many people don't realize is how much of a headache back-end setup can be. Google's essentially handing you a fully integrated back-end on a silver platter. Cloud Firestore for databases? Check. Firebase authentication for secure logins? Check. It's like they're saying, here, focus on your idea, we'll handle the rest. Now, let's talk about multiplayer experiences. This isn't just a gimmick. Imagine building a real-time laser tag game with AI opponents and a leaderboard, all from a simple prompt. If you take a step back and think about it, this is democratizing game development. You don't need a team of engineers, you just need an idea. And that's huge. Another detail I find fascinating is the secrets manager. Connecting to APIs often means dealing with sensitive keys, and Google's made it seamless. The agent detects when you need an API key, stores it securely, and you're good to go. This raises a deeper question: how much of the traditional app development process is Google abstracting away? In my opinion, they're not just simplifying, they're redefining what it means to build an app. What this really suggests is that the future of app development might be less about writing code and more about describing what you want. The agent's ability to understand project structure and chat history means you can iterate faster, with fewer errors. It's like having a developer's memory, but one that never forgets. Now, let's talk frameworks. Next.js support is a big deal. React and Angular were already there, but Next.js opens up a whole new world for server-side rendering and static site generation. From my perspective, this is Google saying, we're not just catering to one type of developer, we're building a tool for everyone. But here's the thing: this isn't just for pros. If you're a beginner, the build mode examples are like a playground. You can remix apps like Neon Arena or Cosmic Flow and learn by doing. What makes this really interesting is how Google's blending education with creation. It's not just about building apps, it's about building skills. One thing I'm curious about is the workspace integration they're working on. Connecting Drive and Sheets to your apps? That's a game changer for productivity apps. Personally, I think this is where Google's ecosystem advantage really shines. They're not just building a tool, they're building a universe. So, here's my closing thought: this isn't just an update, it's a shift in how we approach app development. It's about lowering barriers, speeding up iteration, and letting creativity take the driver's seat. Whether you're a seasoned developer or someone with a spark of an idea, this is worth checking out. Head over to Google AI Studio and see for yourself. The future of coding might just be vibe-driven. What do you think? Is this the future, or just another tool in the box? Let me know in the comments.